Can you start over, Ray? I wasn't paying attention. Welcome to episode 2 of Training Day with Tom Bardis. I look good today. I hope you guys do at home. We have an exciting show. I apologize that we didn't do a show last week. Ray was out with AIDS, and so we didn't have anyone to produce the show. So I was alone, and I couldn't do it by myself. So on today's show, we have some exciting guests. I feel like we have some awesome matchups this week. We had a real big game last night with the Steelers and the Panthers. We'll talk a little bit more about that. I decided to sit Ben Roethlisberger because I thought I'm pretty sure he's not going to have a good week. So that was smart. So we'll go ahead and just bring our guests right on. They are teammates in real life. In Fantasyland, I'm sorry. And they are not teammates in this league, which is great to bring on opposing teams at the same time. I feel like we're really going to get a lot of action on this show. We are bringing on Brendan Smith and Chris Kreider are on the show today. And guys, can you hear me?
We can hear you.
Hi, Tom.
Wow. Yeah, here you are. Excited to have you guys on the show. 2 subpar teams in the league.
I believe I'm ahead of you, though, Tom.
Coming from the guy with -1 points right now. Hi to Ray as well. Hi to Ray.
Ray's getting a shout out. Ray, can you turn your volume on so that people can hear you? Can you come in here so people can see what you look like at least?
Ray exists?
He's not a real person.
He's coming in. He's coming in.
He's a paid actor.
Here he is. This is Ray, everyone. Hey!
Hey, everybody. I actually do exist, and I don't have AIDS.
It lives. That sounds like Tom's voice. Just like.
Thanks, Ray.
I'm still not convinced.
Hold on, I have to wait for him to go back over there.
Who said he has AIDS?
You said I don't have AIDS.
Why is that even a thing?
That's because before I brought you guys in, I said he had AIDS. That's why we didn't have a show last week. But you there, Ray? Can you hear me now? Cool. So Ray exists. It's not just, well, he does. It's him. So, Smitty, we're going to go ahead and start with you guys. With your team, you're 6-3. I'm actually very excited about your roster this week. Matt Ryan, Deese. Johnson, on the other hand, I think he's going to have a really big weekend. Evans, huge weekend coming up. At least I feel that way. And you got Kupp and O.J. Howard. How are you feeling right now? You're 6-3. You're moving up in the league. You were really hurting for trades earlier on. You did give up. How does it feel to know that even if you do win, the trophy won't be coming your way because you're barred from winning it for the next 3 years because you didn't send out the trophy? How does that feel? Almost like a fake championship if you did somehow win.
Is that just coming from you? I haven't heard that from anybody else.
Yeah, well, I'm just proposing it to the league.
Is that a committee decision?
No, I'm just doing it right now.
You're not allowed to make those committee
No,
decisions.
I'm not. I'm just proposing to league right now. If Smitty wins, he shouldn't be allowed to receive the trophy because he's had it for 2 years.
I like that idea.
I love that idea. Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, anyways, I am happy about my team. Obviously, we lost the first 2, but we've rallied. We've certainly rallied, and I think Team Smith's making a little comeback. Might have made a tough trade, and it's backfiring. But
which trade are we talking about?
Lev Bell's been great. What are you talking about?
Lev Bell has gotten 0 points for me, and looks like will not be coming back this season.
Are you sure about that? Because as of last night, it seems like there's a chance he may be.
No.
So
well, there's the rumor that he's in Pittsburgh, but somehow his agent/lawyer figured out a loophole that they didn't know till yesterday, that he will actually get paid more money
if he doesn't play.
If they don't play this year.
Seems pretty selfish, and it sounds very much in line with your team.
How does your agent back into that though? Like
I don't
that
know.
guy should have been fired from the get-go.
Yeah, probably get a new agent.
Didn't one of your sources say that you saw him at a Gold's Gym and he looks
LA
primed
Fitness.
and ready? LA
LA
Fitness.
Fitness.
No, that was actually my source, and it was at the Gold Club. It's very different. It's
Oh,
a
the
strip club.
Gold Club.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
And so
Gym.
either way, no, you're right. I did see that. He was playing basketball, right?
He was playing basketball.
Well, you know, at least he's getting ready for the season, so that's good.
I think next season.
Okay, well, I'll make a trade for you right now. My kicker for him, because if you haven't checked it out, my kicker's hot. -1 points last night.
Yeah, you're off to a hot start. I actually think you are in a bit of trouble here. And I said this before. Your matchup this week, obviously I spanked you last week, and then you're -1 points right now, and you're gonna stay at 5-5. With
Okay.
guys creeping on you.
Yeah, so Team Smith, I wouldn't say you guys are hot. I think you might be hot this week. Did you spank me? No. I don't think my team's ever been spanked in the history of literally just ever. I've never been beaten bad. Did your team pull off a miracle? Yeah, you did. And I wouldn't actually mind if you just sent me over a picture of your team. You guys all signed it because it was a total miracle, and it'd be really cool to have a piece of history, sports history, in my office. So moving on to Chris Kreider. Chris, it's great having you in the league this year. You're bringing a great energy. You know, a lot of people really they're suspect in having new teams in the league. They don't, really get too excited about it. It's a very tight-knit group, and you are just fitting right in. And tell me how that feels for you.
Yeah, I mean, I can understand why guys enjoy having me in the league. My team's not very good. We're treading water. We're grinding every week. We're just trying to punch our ticket to the playoffs and to the dance, because I think if we can just limp in, we'll make a little bit of noise.
You think so? Well, you got running backs like
don't sleep on the 8th seed. You never know.
I agree. You acquired Devin Funchess from Team Bardis, whom you traded away, and I believe there was some sort of a sympathy trade back. I don't know what happened between you guys, but it seemed like that might have been the case.
Yeah, I think it was just a stroke of good luck, but better lucky than good.
You had your teams.
I'll take the sympathy vote.
Your team's on paper. Well, it's not great on paper, but it's not bad. Andrew Luck is, he used to be good. And then Adrian Peterson also was great back in the day. Frank Gore, one of the best running backs in the league back in the day. You have almost you're almost traveling back in time with your roster.
I have a dominant team five years ago, especially if I kept Marshawn.
Yeah. I wonder if there's a way we can travel back in time so your team can be good. But and then you have some decent guys. No, you don't. Never mind. Well,
he has the 2012
you do
team that would have won everything. Demarius Thomas, there's another one. Jared Cook.
Devontae Freeman being on IR is really hurting me, but Peterson's kind of saved my bacon a little bit. He's returned to form.
Yeah, he has.
I need Devontae Freeman to get healthy, because I got no running backs.
Yeah, but they got such a 2-back system there with Coleman and Freeman that even when you do have Freeman, it's such a crapshoot, which sucks. I wish Atlanta would just rely hard on one back, and because Freeman's unreal, but they haven't, I don't feel like, used him to his real potential like they did in the Super Bowl until they fucked that up.
Team Ryan Kreider's best player has been Justin Tucker, no question.
Hands down, Justin Tucker, and I got to pat myself on the back. I've done a great job of live streaming defenses, so we'll see.
Yeah, how do you feel about your matchup this week, given the fact that Justin Tucker's on a bye week?
Yeah, I mean, Justin Tucker's been carrying my squad, and when your captain's out, I don't know, we seem to lack a little bit of energy right now. Devin Funchess only put up 4.5 points, so this might not be our week.
It's better than -1 and then having a 40 burger sitting on your bench like me. So that's exciting. But you're 4-5. You're totally in it right now. I say you get a couple more wins, maybe 3 more wins throughout the rest of the season. And given, like we've talked about before, there's consistent duds in our league. and they're
I think now is the perfect time, and this is probably the right platform to let everyone know that Odell is on the block, and I need a running back. So
I love that. Okay.
I'm accepting calls 978-500-4738. Just don't call me while I'm napping.
Fair enough. I'll make sure we post that not just on YouTube. Ray, can we do like a big sign of that, please? And then that's fantastic. Well, good. Are there any running backs that you're interested in right now, guys? Hopefully you're paying attention. It's Odell Beckham Jr. I feel like he's got a lot of juice left in him. So, who are you interested in the league right now? If you were to say it'd be a fair trade, maybe your top two RBs.
I mean, that Christian McCaffrey was pretty impressive last night, but I think I'd be kind of getting fleeced. I'd probably need something else thrown in, but I kick the tires on that. I need a starting running back coming back. I need a workhorse because right now I got nothing. Adrian Peterson and Frank Gore aren't going to take me to the promised land.
Well, you never know. We've seen crazier shit. Well, that's exciting. We've really enjoyed having you in here so far, just because it's nice to have someone to walk all over on your way to the show.
That's so hurtful.
And so hurtful. No, I'm kidding. We haven't even played each other yet, so. But I'm excited for that week. Be a nice bye week for my team. But
the rest of your starters.
I'm basically just gonna play my bench. My bench is outscoring my starters though. Okay, so we're gonna go to matchup of the week. I believe the matchup of the week. I don't know if you guys have checked the matchups right now. Matchup of the week for me personally is Tice versus Shane Connolly. I'm predicting an upset. Tice is on fire. His team is a machine, but Shane Connolly is coming up from the grave, and he's making some noise this week. What are your guys' thoughts on that?
I would love to see Shane Connolly pull that out. I don't know. I think it might be a little far-fetched, but I'll take that for sure. I think the matchup of the week is actually Team Plumber and Bird Dog because they're all fighting for that last spot, yourself included, and they need to find that win. And I think the loser does not make playoffs, so that's a big win.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go ahead and predict, and this is nothing personal, Jared, but I'm gonna go ahead and predict you will not make playoffs. Purely based off of your track.
Give me your playoffs. Give me your playoff roster.
Oh, you want to see who I think is going to make playoffs?
Yeah.
Obviously, Tice, Team Porter seems to have a pretty good command of the league right now. Team Street, always in playoffs. I don't want to throw you in the mix, but I've never seen you not make the playoffs. And so,
thank you.
And Team McDonough's been driving pretty hard to the net, and I like it a lot. And I feel like he's got a real good shot at making playoffs. Me, on the other hand, that's a shoo-in. And then I also think Riley Smith and Kreider have the two. Your brother's really he's got a good squad. He smacked me. Well, he didn't smack me. He beat me. But
I believe he spanked you as well.
I don't remember that. So I did lose to both of you guys, which is ridiculous. But so I think that Riley's team's pretty good. I actually think the last spot is between Kreider and Riley, right? So we get 8 teams in. Am I right? No.
Well, no, you have 7. You need one more. It's either between Culver, Kreider, Plumber, and Bird Dog for the 8th spot if you have Riley in.
Sure. Okay. Well, I'm going to go ahead and say, as much as I would love to see Team Plumber in the playoffs, I'm not entirely sure it's going to happen just because I don't remember him ever being in the playoffs. And so I just don't know what that looks like. So it's hard to imagine something you've never been to. It's like, it's just, there's so many things I haven't been to, but I can't imagine it. So I'm going to go ahead and just go with Team Bird Dog. So with that being said, I'm sorry, Team Plumber, maybe next year. But it's good. I mean, you're in the league. That's cool. I mean, you got to be proud of that. I mean, you can say that at Thanksgiving dinner with your family.
Hey, I can speak to that. There's definitely something to be said for that. It's a lot of fun being a participant.
Right? And believe me, you'll get a participation ribbon. So don't even worry about it.
I appreciate that. Hey, I mean, I don't necessarily think he's going to win, but it'd be nice to see Cody beat beat Mac because Mac's a little rat and keeps trying to trade me injured players before anyone finds out they're injured.
I would absolutely love to see Team Gulabov get a win. I'm not entirely sure he knows the login to his fantasy football app, though, because it just seems like, although he has McCaffrey, which is really great, I don't know. It just seems like maybe he's forgot that he has that app on his phone. So, Cody, if you're listening, we're excited for you to get a win this week. We have some advice for you. Hit that waiver wire. Maybe text the guys, ask for a trade or two. I've got some guys that are on the block.
Maybe a McCaffrey, Odell Beckham Jr. trade could be in the market for both of them.
Kind of a blockbuster. Everyone wins, really.
Yeah,
people helping people.
I agree with that. I think that'd be a great trade. I think both your teams need the energy and also the mix-up. I think McCaffrey's playing well by himself, but Team Gulabov is not playing well. And so maybe Odell Beckham could come over and bring a new energy that could energize the team.
Great.
Yeah. So
he's a real room guy.
Real
OBJ.
Yeah. Speaking of the room, you guys are playing the hot Red Wings this weekend. How do you feel about that?
Back in my old stomping ground.
News to the Red Wings.
Yeah, it's because the Rangers have been on fire and Chris just keeps finding goals. So I think we're excited to be back at the new building, Little Caesars place. So,
have you played there yet?
Yeah, we've had one game, but Kreider hasn't. Because
Wow.
he decided to get rid of one of his ribs last year.
Yeah. That's crazy. That's exciting. Well, very cool. Well, hopefully they stomp you guys.
Yeah, hurtful.
That's outside. That's just outside.
We'll be watching closely. So we're going to go ahead and go on to our next topic, which is sleeper of the week in the league, not a team. Who do you think this weekend is going to have an awesome game that is not a typical all-star player?
You want to go first?
Yeah, I like that Kittle. That's something we've talked about, especially against the Giants. I think that's a good matchup. I'll be interested to see how the quarterback does for San Fran. See if he can bottle up whatever it was he did last week and do it again. But no, I really like that Kittle. Although I am pulling for Perina over Tice just because that's the best team made ever.
Yeah, me too. I kind of see Tice's team crumbling a bit.
Especially without a quarterback.
And who goes into the playoffs that hot? You don't want to do that. You need some losses
Nope.
under your belt. If your team doesn't know how to lose, then what are you going to do? You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So they haven't really had that experience that shows no character.
Trying to learn from it.
And everybody loves Perina, so you're always cheering for her.
And who hasn't been on Perina's team, right? So I think I couldn't agree with you more. So Shane Connolly, the whole league is rooting for you. I'm going to go ahead and speak for everyone because we want you to beat Tice. If someone went undefeated in this league, we'd have to start a new league, I think.
I agree.
Yeah, we're doing it
my
wrong.
player. Do you want my player?
I do. Yes, I want your player.
Well, I mean, this is no secret. I think Devontae Adams is going to clean up Miami. I think he gets 2 touchdowns. But for a player that I think is going to be who's not like a absolute all-star, I think Lewis going back into New England. I'm really excited to see him kind of stomp them and run all over the Pats. And I can kind of see Kreider's face right now because he loves the Pats. But I think Lewis is going to have a day.
I was just going to say the exact same player. I love that pick.
Am I allowed to pick a second sleeper? I mean, he's not really.
Yeah, no, there's never too many sleepers. I think guys really love hearing sleepers. I would love to hear your second sleeper.
Well, I don't
I'm not
really
going to say it carries much weight given your picks on your roster, but yes, we'd love to hear it.
Well, I think Melvin Gordon, if his hamstring's good, is just going to absolutely gash the Raiders. They're so bad.
I like that a lot. Okay, fair enough. On the other end, an all-star top 10 at their position player that's going to completely bust this week. Who do you guys pick?
You can go first.
I have this is a ballsy one, but I think Gurley's going to have a bad day.
Ooh, okay.
I know this is really ballsy because the guy just slashes every team and somehow puts up 2 touchdowns or 130 all-purpose yards, but I think he has a slow day.
Really?
Yeah.
What's
know why.
what's pushing you there?
Because I don't know. Like the Terminator's got to stop. Seattle's pretty tough. I don't know. I just think that maybe they're gonna have to be throwing the ball. It's gonna be a closer game than they think. But I don't know. He does it all. But I just feel like he's not gonna put up a massive game, and that helps our team Purina.
Yes, it does.
Okay, fair enough.
I think I'm just voting against Tice. I think that's just basically what's happening.
I like that. It does feel like his team's gonna have a real shitty week. I agree.
I think that the laser show that Drew Brees has been putting on comes to an end in Cincinnati. I don't think it's an easy place to play. I don't think they're gonna put up the same number of points that they have done. I think that comes to a halt. So
I actually really like that. I agree with that. My player, I believe Zeke Elliott is not going to have a weekend, even though he really was running all over it last weekend. But I believe it was Monday night. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like this weekend is a no-go at the Eagles.
Are you saying that because you're hoping that so you might have a chance to win?
Well, there's a chance that I may be playing against them, but so if I throw it out in the universe, maybe it'll happen. But
goodbye.
yeah, so yes, actually, that is exactly what I'm doing. But I'm actually not playing against them. I just looked at it. We're prepared. Yeah. So, is there anything else you guys want to say to the league while you have the airtime? You're probably not going to get it again this season. So, take it while the mic's hot. Is there anyone you want to call out? Anything that you feel like needs to be said?
Yeah, I think I got to put Ryan McDonough on blast again and politely ask him to stop trying to trade me injured players off his bench.
And so do you think he's doing that strategically as if you may not know they're injured, or is he just rubbing it in your face that your team needs injured players to be better?
I think it's a little bit of both. I think he just sits on that paid for subscription and gets the injury report. What is that? Roto World.
Who if you don't have it and you're in this league, you're behind. So
and he's just trying to fleece me, and I don't appreciate it. I respect it, but I don't appreciate it. So
if you have Comcast or AT&T at your home, you can ask your remote to take you to RotoWires. You can get it all for free. So just a little cheat there, and you can watch the shows from your couch. So
are you seeing money for that ad plug? I hope you're seeing money for that.
Well, clearly not.
This segment brought to you by Ticonderoga Pencils.
Yeah. So Smitty, anything you'd like to say?
Yeah, I would like to throw 50 burger on the win of Team Dup and Smitty.
Okay, is that so? Also, mind you, Schnell, you owe $20 to the league. So if you could Venmo that to Porter or just bring it to me, that works. Even though I'm not the treasurer. So $50 to the league if you lose.
If you lose,
so you're not even you're just betting the league.
I'm just betting the league.
This is just a $50 confidence bet with no return.
And without Le'Veon Bell, I still think I win.
And you are staying in a casino, right? You probably shouldn't go downstairs if you're making bets.
Well, you already told us to put 500 on red, so I'm expected to win that.
Well, that was off the air, but yes, if you guys wouldn't mind doing that, that sounds great. Actually,
is there any other bets out there? Ray, would you like a bet?
Ray, do you want to bet anything this week? Oh, what? I don't know if I can say that. He said he bet you guys just lose to Detroit. Oh, I'm sorry. That was not me. That was Ray. That. I was kidding, but it coming from Ray, that's so fucked.
That's offside.
Yeah. I bet Smitty gets a snipe from the blue line tonight. How about that? A little positive reinforcement.
I like that. I will bet against it.
Well, you have a way to influence that bet. Just don't take any shots. So I will not bet that. Well, I love it. Awesome having you guys on the show. Again, we'll have the shows every week as long as Ray's AIDS don't kick up. So outside of that, thanks for coming on, and we'll talk soon.
Thanks, Tom.
Thanks for having us,
boys.
Tom. Ray, good luck with the treatment.
See ya.